Hey, this is Golden Magnus now, and this is a first impressions review of Tekken 7. So, starting off, we see that main screen is a little bit less flashy than others. It's got decent options. We have a very simple online-offline for different game modes. Now, the story is separate from the offline, makes it very front and center, which I believe is them pushing it a bit, which I think is very well done. The story, I think, is stronger in this one than others. I will say I wish I had played as other characters than Heihachi through most of it. The story did not take long to beat. It is actually a decent challenge because the gameplay has been changed a bit from how they had it before. But then you get all the customization here, the character customization from 6 and Tag Tournament 2 is back here, where you can change all the characters' appearances and have custom designs. Let me just pull up here. I've already customized some, like Asuka here. I got the deluxe edition, which came with the metallic skins and all the DLC, including the season pass. So came with this special skin for the characters, but it has the full customization of goofy different hats and outfits. I think they're a little bit better associated to the character model than they were in the previous entries. They're still kind of out there and goofy, like this one here, which is visibly, like, barely hooked onto the character. But, of course, all the hairstyles are back, and they're actually very well done. There's not something that, unlike the others, it looks like the textures don't change as much. There are still some weak ones, like the deer mask, and these masks here still have the kind of weaker textures compared to the rest of the character. But wide variety of options, all kinds of different things. Of course, I had the metallic skin on, but you can make your character look however you feel. Then they bring back the weapon system where you can actually activatably use the weapons. They're kind of more gimmicky than anything else. The only ones I think might be somewhat strong are the assault rifle ones, but if anybody gives you enough time to go into aim mode and then go into shooting, no one's gonna give you that much time. I kind of want to get some of these ones here, like the katana, the knives. Actually, I want the knife facing the other way, if they have that somewhere in here. No? Maybe? They used to have it where you could have the knife facing whatever direction in the last game. Perhaps that's in a different thing. Of course, you have the hit effects. I do want to get the nice kablam effects because those are great. Various different auras for your character. Of course, they have a nice evil aura. And then, like this, I don't even know what that changes. And, oh yeah, this is actually a nice thing they added in here, which is, basically, it prevents the opponent from moving when you're killed in online mode. Means that you can't have people basically taunting you when you're dead on the ground or doing joke things to your corpse. Things like that. And of course, the nice custom borders for when you're loading in, and have the matchup that both players would see in both online and offline. So going out of this mode, which the getting out of it takes a lot less time than going in. Load screens are kind of a little bit lengthy in this, at least in the current build. They might patch it to improve optimization. You get all these cutscene systems in the gallery. Then if we go to options, you get a pretty decent options menu. It's limited in some things and gives you good button mapping. I played around with this using a couple different controllers, and it all worked well. And there's even further controller setup here that you can go for a short setup. Go to graphics. We have all the different options here. I don't know why it won't let me change that, but yeah, won't let me change that at all. That is odd. VSync, FPS, plenty of the usual options here. I wish they had more. It gives you at least a short description at the bottom of what each thing does, which I do like that. Now going in, we're just going to do a couple... Actually, let's do the... Well, I could do the side mission things up here, but I don't feel like I want to spoil those for you. Let you have fun with that. Let's do arcade. Actually, it probably would have been better if I would just went into versus, so I could do... Actually, go back. I got a better idea. And if I don't butcher the controls, that is online. Let's go to the versus, and I'll put it against... I don't know how to set the difficulty of AI, but I think I can put it as player versus AI.
To the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
Let's just learn this the way I learned other Tekken games, because they have actually changed the mechanics of how the characters control in this one versus the others. There are actually quarter turn inputs and DP inputs, which was surprising to me at first. I kind of had to compensate for it, because usually it's just a combination of button plus direction or 2 buttons plus direction. I also added in a lot more, almost like focus attacks from the Street Fighter game, and a lot of other things. So, looks like I'm Lily, and...
Yoshimitsu.
Oh, I can't do... Okay, I guess I won't be able to do it that way. We'll just go into arcade then, because I can't put it against AI. That is actually a strange thing. I did not expect to not be able to do random AI fights for practice, other than practice mode. So, well, random Eddie. Okay. Now, I have not played Eddie yet. That was a little bit weird of a graphical glitch there. It looks like even in the load screen my FPS has dropped a bit because we're going into the match. So I didn't experience any real FPS drops when I was playing the story mode. Looks like we're right about 30 on everything. And this is against one of the newer characters.
Round 1. Fight.
Grabs are still same input, the 2 button of punching kick.
KO.
Eddie is still as slippery as ever.
Fight.
Actually, this is different. I did not expect the arcade mode to be this sort of thing. I will say they do actually try to help you out in the story mode. They have something called Story Assist, which essentially you hold the left bumper, and while the left bumper is pressed, you can use basically single buttons to do more complex to activate moves and spam, which to some degree is a little bit overpowered, but if you're trying to just get through the story, it is a helpful thing. I usually just kind of ignored it because I wanted to actually get good at this game. Also, you notice how it said Rage Art on there? There is actually a super system for when you get low health. Your aura on your character will suddenly turn red if you're suddenly getting stomped for some reason. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, feels like the AI is kind of low right now, but then again, I'm just starting. Oh, there it goes. So he's in rage mode now. He can actually use that for his rage art, which will let him do specials. Yep, there's one of the 2 ways you can do it. You could also do a full cutscene style rage art. Oh wait, I had rage art. I should show you. One sec. I messed that up. Oh, that did a low grab. So those still do exist. I noticed some counter grabs are now missing from the game, which is really weird. Come on, hit me. There it is. Okay, so this is one of the special things. It's a full cutscene attack. It's usually really strong. for the most part, I don't think in competitive it's going to be too much, because when you blow it, it's gone. I think the other one, which you saw him use, which was the quick activate, will pretty much function as a more stronger use of it, because it doesn't have that sort of noticeable telegramming. So I think the rage art's nice. I do like how they add the mechanic in the game, and that is something that you will have to compensate for, but overall it's not the strongest thing.
Round 1. Fight.
So let's just wipe out this bear real quick. So you can see juggling still is a thing. I don't think it'll be as much of one, because there are actually a lot of really strong characters that don't need to juggle. I don't know how well you can keep a juggle going in competitive. I'm not that skilled of a player. I mean, it's really easy to at least keep them with constant blows getting going against them. A lot of the moves are very similar on some characters, but as I said, there are new moves and inputs that we didn't have before. Like, where is it? Actually, that is bizarre. So it looks like there's actually not as much of a change on this character as others. I know Haichi had actually a DP. I know, oh wait, there we go. There is some. There's this here, which is a full turn bottom. So it does still exist, it's just not as noticeable on this character versus others. So Haichi had several of them. I haven't tried Jin yet on this game. But I know Kazuya has some, Devil Kazuya has some, Akuma, which is the Street Fighter crossover character they added in, and they're also planning 2 more other IP characters to come in. Definitely has it. He even has a super bar and separate mechanics to other characters in the game. And you are able to use EX moves and supers just like in Street Fighter. They are somewhat similar combinations of inputs too. So he plays, even though you have the 3-dimensional aspect, he really does play like a Street Fighter character. You could say he's overpowered, but at the same time he has drawbacks with his skill set. He's less, he has less of the, like, strafing maneuvers that others do. Nope, got Haichi. Or Hahachi. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it'll be Hahachi because there's no AI. So, if you notice combat smooth, then... Wait, what? Why are there still jacks showing up?
Round 1. Fight.
It actually got me there. I think it's because I was...
Round 2. Fight.
I will say the skill cap, or this barrier to entry is not as high, I don't think, in Tekken as others. I was actually surprised he just took that without any, like, fight on that. That was weird. Because those aren't unblockables, they are blockable.
Fight.
Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. clutch grab.
You win.
So if you're unfamiliar to Tekken, it's still the same. Wow, right into Kazumi. She is. Hopefully, she's not as bad as she is in the story mode, because she is atrociously difficult in the story mode. On the fight, you have to deal with her. Like, almost as difficult as final boss difficult, and she's just cruel. Wait, what? That's an interesting intro. Actually, I've not seen her outside of devil form, so I don't know what she is like this.
KO.
So, in Tekken, you gotta realize the fastest strike you have is a 10-frame strike. So everything has a lot more telegraphing than others, but at the same time, everything has a lot more recovery recovery frames than others. And now she's in devil form. I might be screwed. This is actually a pretty detailed cutscene for being in arcade mode. Is that actually like the end of arcade already? Because I've only had 4. This would be my 5th match of the mode, and it should be even if it's like not standard, it should be 9, I believe, right? I gotta say, she's actually easier than how hate she was. Because I was able to just rush her down with that. And achievables. Oh. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I forgot. That is one weird thing that kind of confused me. All the characters use the same, like, native voice actor, so... They use the native language for the voice actor and character. So Kazumi and Haichi... Wow. Really? Only a 5-round arcade? That is... What the heck? What if I wanted a mode where I can just keep fighting other characters? Because... Okay, so I think that's what Treasure Battle is, the fighting succession of CPU opponent. Wait, so the original arcade version of this game is only 5 fights when every other game before this has been 9? That is kind of crappy. And also, that was... For arcade modes, I was just... Like, I had never played Eddie in this game before. And to be able to roll through arcade mode... I think there's no difficulty mode here. I just picked normal. I didn't pick anything higher. So... Yeah, that is just strangely easy. The only one I had even a slight difficulty with, which was Haichi. So, yeah. Let's just random one more time and do the first match. Okay, I guess I'm getting dancing characters. Or at least I think she's dancing. We'll do one more round real quick. Then I think I'll probably call it quits. I'd say, okay, Tekken 7's not bad, but it does not feel fleshed out. And that's my biggest concern here, is the fact that it's not fleshed out. But I will say this, it does have pretty well done characters on the appearances. So, there is that, but... Okay, she is not a dancing character. She's kicks. Let's see what her grab is. I kind of like those grabs, but yeah, she's a power character, it seems like. Oh, no, she got a bit of combo to her. I don't know what this character is. Huh. This is interesting. She's very... Oh, she kind of got a bit of force to her. I've never seen this character, so I'm really curious. I think I'm gonna have to pull up the move set before I kill this off. Actually, I think I'll just close it off here. Feel free to like and subscribe. Also, check out the Unnamed Movie Podcast. I'll link to that again in the description. I mean, this is a bit shorter video, but it's just first impressions of this, and have a good day.